Hi, if you are new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. So today we are going to watch episode 12 of Anime Monster, and I hope everything goes well for Dieter, but we'll see. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, we got some info about the testing facility. That's so sweet. So they were born in Czechoslovakia, probably, and then grew up in different environments, and also like tasting itself also probably had something to do with what Johan has become. I feel so bad for them not having parents. It's so terrible. Even being away from my parents were hard for me when I was small, and this is like a million times worse. Mm-hmm. So they were really trying hard to help children become good people. See, this was a better environment. We already talked about this. Ministry of Domestic Affairs, because that place was old East Germany's testing facility. It does look so creepy, like there are still ghosts living in it. Okay, that's everything we already saw. Maybe I should cut it out. But I think the previous episode made me more concentrated on worrying what's in the present, so on Dieter and Mr. Hartman. But honestly, we are learning many new things about Johan and Anna. I already mentioned, so they came from Czechoslovakia. Maybe they were still just normal twins that were born there, and maybe something happened to their parents and somehow they needed to run. And maybe Johan was mostly a normal boy back then, we don't know. And then different environments and also these tests, experiments that were conducted on him, probably that's what's changed him. But he's it looks like he doesn't have many feelings, and he also enjoys killing people. Watching this moment in the very end when they're afraid of dying, they don't want this despair, and maybe that's also the result of his upbringing, this enjoyment. But as I said, he also had this feeling of attachment to his sister, which is his weak point. A meager little experiment. So we'll learn more about the experiment. In the Perfect Soldiers, I think they kinda succeeded, but he is also his own commander, so not quite what they wanted. Brainwashing, even. It looks more like Johan brainwashes people around him. Yeah, and he also has some feelings for Tenma too. So it's difficult to completely eradicate all the feelings from a person. I know there were experiments on people who couldn't feel pain, for example, and it was a failure because later. That's Mr. Hartman? child psychologist. Wasn't that what was said about Mr. Hartman? So yeah, he did lie, and as I suspected, he was like closer to Johann and might have like influenced him. So just as I said. And he probably abused children in the orphanage too back then. Revolution happened there? Is she going to be suspicious? Like, why are you so desperate? Why do you want to know so badly? This woman seems very nice and kind. Ah. Oh, that's she opened the door. Mr. Hartman will probably come for him. Was it Jochen who killed the director or completely unrelated? Everyone! Every member killed each other. That's what the experiments led to. It's just, as I said, like, these soldiers who couldn't feel pain, they were a failure. Because when you can't feel pain, you don't have this instinct and feeling that you are at your limit or something like that. So there's another one. She didn't hear what Ten asked for, and it's going to be Mr. Hartman. Yeah, and here it was a failure because in the end they just killed each other. Oh. He did take him away. This man has too much influence on him. He didn't even try to yell and cry and... He's... It's like there were also experiments on him to make him lose empathy. His eyes are so scary. She even has like a less... The child insisted on going with him. See, that's the similar like thing, the influence you have over another person. Like Johann can manipulate and influence people around him. And this Mr. Hartman can manipulate. And it's easier to manipulate a child, of course. But he said they are not going home. What if... Can he... These photos of boys... All the boys he has abused. At least physically, but maybe that's... Maybe that's not all even. He left his back wide open, though anyone can come up from his back and attack him or threaten him. He also takes photos with each one of his victims. And then he disposes of them in this place? Will he really kill this? Wait, what? That's Johann. But yeah, with another guy. What happened to the children then? So all these people killed each other and all these boys from the past. But what does he intend to do with Dieter? Kill him there? Take a photo? But it's already too dark. You can't take a photo in the dark. You'll have to wait until it's light outside. If all these children were from orphanage and then everyone in this orphanage killed each other, then yeah, okay, maybe that wasn't questioned where the children have disappeared. But in Dieter's case, probably again, he takes like orphans because he can abuse them without consequences. But at this point, wouldn't it be like tracked what happens to the orphans after they have been taken in? That's so ominous. What? Okay, first of all, he's freshly beaten up. But he still seems to be alive. Did he inject? He tries to do something with them, and Johann passed the test. He's trying to make another Johann. And he's trying to continue this work. Is this the revolution you were talking about, though? Like a king. See, this is a throne. And enjoyed it, probably. He wants to burn Dieter. I don't know. yeah, poured some oil into the fire.
わずか10歳
So who was actually influenced?
そして彼はやっと
Johann or Mr. Hartmann?
自分は指一本動かさず50人もの人間を殺し合わせたんだ
So he found a reason for them to fight.
あなたたちの実験が彼をそんな人間にしてしまったんじゃないか。
私たちがそんなとんでもないとんでもないよ確かに511キンダーハイムは実験場だった孤児たちを完璧な兵士に育て上げるプロジェクトね今から思えばそれもささやかな実験だところがヨハンはどうだ彼が兵隊
He's not a soldier, he's a king.
とんでもない
Oh, that's what you want to see?
彼は生まれ
Yeah, a leader.
彼は頂点に立つべき人間だったんだよ私たちがあんな芸術品を作れるわけがない
Hmm.
彼は最
So that wasn't the experiments that made him
高な存在だって
from the beginning. Hmm.
表明した人間は結局皆憎み合い
Maybe he witnessed some. Maybe the answer is in Czechoslovakia.
本当は何だったと思うね彼はこう言ったんだこの世の終わりにたった一人生き
Does he want to kill everyone, literally? Yeah, looks like it actually, Mr. Hartman is another person influenced by Johann.
だは暗闇だお前も少しでもヨハンに近づかないとなのにどうしてダメなんだ
He has a weapon.
どうしてヨハンのようになれないんだ
Shoot Mr. Hartman.
出て行ってくれこれは私たちの問題だ出て行ってくれ
ピーター降りてくるんだ。
ドクターテンマあんたヨハンのことを知りたいでしょヨハンのことを知ってどうする見つけ出して殺そうなんて無理な話だと思うよまあいい一つだけ情報をあげようその代わりそれを聞いたら私たちのことは放っておいて
No way.
ウォルフ将軍を探せ最初にヨハンの才能を
General
見出したのは
Wolf
彼だきっとどこかで生きているはずだよ
あなたの書斎にあったあの写真
He also has the scary evil
一
face.
緒に写っていたあの男が。
ヨハンを連れてきたのも彼だしあの人なら何か知っているさあ言ってくれ
Well, I didn't promise anything.
ピーターそこから降りるか降りないか自分で決めるんだ。
He's kind of threatened with a gun, though.
ハルトマンがライフルの引き金に指をかけたら私が撃つ。
Ah, so that's the moment he's waiting for.
ピーター自分で決めろ。君自身で決めるんだ。
Does he have it?
私と別れるなんてできるわけないよ
He was manipulated for so long. Maybe also made some
私の
experiments. Actually, your child.
そういうわけだドクターテンマさあ消えてくれ
Oh, at least he stood up. That's a good, a good beginning. I'm still scared though. Come on, dude, you can do it. It's sometimes sometimes it's hard for me to understand when people don't fight for themselves. But I try to understand the reasons they might have. But I'm always so happy when they finally do this. Don't turn back, Dieter.
やめろハルトマン動けば撃つ愛しているんだリータ
How can you say you love him if you were just going to kill him? And experimenting on him and abusing him, of course, too. See, he's kind of hiding a bit behind Tenma. Yes. Oh, man.
勇気を持て怖くない
He is so heartbroken. I did. Well, okay, it is kind of expected. He is very emotionally unstable. When he was talking about Johan, it was, I think, a first show of something is. He is not as like emotionless, so to say, as it could seem in the beginning.
ここからバスに乗って9年通りで降りればすぐ目の前の個人だそこのエルナ・ティーツェって先生にこれを渡すんだ
Shouldn't you bring him a bit closer?
根はすっごく優しいおばさんだ元気だな私は訳あって
Yeah, if I was Dita, I would try to stay with Stanma.
あと 2,3 分でバスが来るそれじゃあなサッカー上手くなるんだぞ
See? That's the man you know, and you know he's kind to you. You know you can trust him. Of course you want to stay with him, that's obvious. Even though, of course, it will be super dangerous staying with Stanma right now. And it would be super hard to be a fugitive on the run when you have a child with you. That's very sweet. I wish... I don't know what will happen. Oh, wait, interesting. Now we have the ending in this sepia color palette. Wait. Now there's like a big monster looking at a man. It's peculiar though. I thought environment and maybe like some influence of some adults. But he said Johan was like this from the start, so like from crossing the border. Is this really something you are born with? That's very interesting. For the love of life, there's a trade-off. Maybe... I don't know, but maybe that's about like if we get rid of Johan, it will be a trade-off. We have to kill someone, but this is for the love of life, so other people could survive, because he's too dangerous for this world. But honestly, yeah, I do believe that we are born with some qualities that we have inside of us, maybe from genetics, maybe for some other factors, but we have this some sort of core personality in us from the day we are born, like from the day we are conceived, I don't know, but yeah, from the day we are born. But then also, of course, your family and your environment, like in kindergarten or in school, it does influence you and change you as a person. The environment can damage you or make you stronger, and this also can depend on your core qualities. Maybe if you are essentially a stronger person, then all the hardships will make you even stronger, or if at Yoko you are more like calm, docile person, it will mostly traumatize you. But I feel like anyone can find strengths within themselves if they really try to. I really want to believe that. So I hope that I'm really happy that Dieter managed to get away. I don't know if he will stay with Tenma. That, as I said, wouldn't be very convenient and very safe for him. So would be nice for him to go to this orphanage. This lady really does seem genuinely a good person. She does have the strict features and strict approach. Some kind. She does look strict to me. Like she didn't show it really. She was very nice to this girl, but you can be strict and kind and everything, right? So there he could actually like be safe and not entangled in this affair. So to say, okay, there were a lot of interesting information, and what I'm sad about is Mr. Hartman. He has to be, how to say, judged for his actions. He really, I think, ruined many lives and influenced many people badly, and also what he did to Dieter alone. He should be in prison, I think. So I'm not sure if something will happen in this regard, because now he can just take a new victim and try to make a new Jochen once again. So that's pretty sad. I think he kinda a bit insane. He seemed to be just like an abuser who loves power kind of thing, but in the end, with his talk about Jochen and his reaction to Dieter going away, I feel like there is some tint of insanity to him. So okay, that would be it. So share your thoughts on this episode in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and see ya!